All right, YouTube, how we doing? How's it going? I almost said chat, but there's no chat. We just chatting. But today, I felt a little bit inspired watching a video that Frosty showed me the other night. It was Joe Bartolozzi, I believe that's how you say his name. It's a TikTok of him, and he was just kind of like a mental health awareness video of the month, basically. Like he kind of wants to post one of those a month where it's just like a good, like, you matter, like, you're loved, you're seen, like that kind of like good energy vibe. And it really just made me want to drop in and just start something in that essence because I want to be lifting up and bringing positivity into the world. And I feel like just a little weekly video talking about this or that, um, with that kind of message and that kind of intent behind it would be a good thing. So today we're talking. I'm a Twitch affiliate. Crazy. I never really thought about me being a streamer, me really streaming. Like I only started thinking about it in the last couple of years or so. But doing something on the internet, creativity wise and gaming wise, has always been, well, not always, people say always been a dream of mine, but I grew up loving video games, playing them all the time with my family, with my brothers, like with my dad. That was what we did. And whenever I got around 15, 16, started playing like hardcore, not like hardcore games, but like I was gaming hardcore. Like that's what I would do. I'd go to school, go to soccer practice, come home and game. Like that's all I was doing. Whether it was Call of Duty or FIFA, that was what I loved to do. And I was like 16, I think, when I started making YouTube videos on Black Ops 3. And that was like a big step creatively for me because it was like I wanted to start chasing my dreams in that way. And like it was such a small step but a big step at the same time because I was really putting myself out there in like high school, which is like a very strenuous time for not only like your self-development and progress, but also like getting along with people socially and how they're going to accept you and understand you. So it was a big step, but the reason I took a step towards that is because I was heavily into the YouTube space at the time, specifically with FaZe and other gaming organizations like Optic or any kind of COD pro team back at that time. I was loving all the content I could get from them. So like all the FaZe houses, the Optic houses, like the rivalry, sniper content creators, like the montages, everything. And like I just wanted to be a part of that like beautiful world that I fell in love with watching. So I started then, and I did it for a little bit, and I just couldn't really fully commit into it because I was just too insecure with myself. Like I hated hearing my voice back when I was recording. Like I didn't enjoy, I don't know, the self-conscious thought about it or people talking to me about it. Even when they would talk about it in a positive light, it would still feel somewhat underlaid with like making fun of me or a negative like spin on it. And maybe it was just my head at the time because I was just a young emotional kid. But part of it was that's part of it is that's what it was. You know what I mean? Like, so I never like chased that dream fully. I kind of let that go and just continued on my life. And I've taken in a couple creative endeavors, whether it's like editing on TikTok. I used to, at some point we tried making like IRL vlog YouTube videos. Did that for a little bit, edited those. It was pretty fun. I would edit montages for people and that kind of thing for a while on YouTube. And then I started posting like TikToks of Rocket League clips because I was really into Rocket League when I was in college. And so all those things were like real small steps, but they were all good creative outlets for me to just kind of put myself out there into the world and do something creative. And more recently, I've started drawing and writing in a creative fashion, and I think that's something that I really want to do for the rest of my life, and especially in like the back half. That's kind of like the part of my end goal with all of this life that I have, basically. But right now, we're at the point in time where I'm able to actually make money from my creative outlet, and it's a surreal sentence to say out loud, and it's an even more surreal feeling to sit in with this and kind of understand like the responsibility that I've like gained for myself. And I've started kind of feeling the weight on my shoulders of like I have to do something with this, and like I want to make this like the best I can make this. And like this is my chance. Like I've been waiting my whole life for this chance, and like now I have to do something of it. And it can feel kind of like a lot of pressure and stress, but I just try to turn on the stream, enjoy whoever's there with me, and just have a good night doing what I would be doing anyway. Because that's kind of what I always said. It's like at the end of the night, like I'm gaming anyway, hanging out with friends, doing this, doing that. So I might as well be streaming it and enjoying and sharing this experience with anybody else that would like. And one of the biggest things I've taken or learned from this experience in streaming so far is just how much one person means. Like, I think we get caught up in today's day and age of seeing all the amazing things and amazing people, and they're living their dreams and doing this and doing that, and you think you have to be some grand billionaire that's like has millions of followers and influence. But one person's influence is more than enough. Like, through this journey of trying to get to affiliate, you have to stream for a long time, and a lot of that time in the beginning is spent with one, two, or no people in your chat. And so to be doing it with no people in my chat, or maybe one person that's just lurking and being there just to be there for me or try to get my average up, if there's just one person in chat that's communicating and talking to you, it makes a world of difference. Like, if anybody has ever tried to live stream, they can tell you this for a fact. If you have one solid person that's just sitting and chilling with you for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, if it's an hour or two, like sometimes there's just one person throughout an entire chat that's just there, and that person makes the world of difference. Like, what I want to get across is just that your influence matters. You don't have to have a camera on you. You don't have to have millions of people. You don't have to be putting out videos. You don't have to stream. But your influence matters so much more than you will ever know. Whether it's just small comments passing by, or little enjoyments, or like hype moments if you're getting hype with somebody, or if you're just there for them when they're sad and just being in that space with them, or even just complimenting a stranger as you pass them by. Because you never know what somebody else is going through, what somebody else is feeling or experiencing in their day-to-day life, and how much that one small action, gesture, word, sentence can mean to them and change their life, their everything. Because I can think back on a specific compliment I've gotten in my life that was just a random passing by in maybe somebody's eyes, but to me that like has stuck with me until this day. And so you are important. Like, no matter what you're doing, if you're interacting with other people, like, you have an importance in their life. And don't ever think you don't matter. You matter more in other people's eyes than you'll ever be able to know. And not everybody will be able to give you the satisfaction or the reciprocation of the energy that you're trying to give to them. But just know that if you're interacting with people in a positive way, it will impact them positively forever. And you will never be able to understand how much that means to another person. So, I don't want to ramble on forever, but I just want to say, do something positive for somebody else today. Whether it's just asking them how their day was, telling them to have a great day, giving them a small compliment, telling them you're proud of them, telling somebody you love them, that you're close to and that you do love. Like, these small actions are what make up the community, the relationships, the bonds between people. And that is so much of what we're doing in this life. Like, if this life is one thing, it's a shared experience among everyone. Among humans to animals, among interpersonal connections, your personal connection with yourself. Like, we're here to experience this all together. So, let's experience this in the most positive and loving and peaceful way that we can. So, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Go spread some love, go spread some peace, and thank you for being here. Much love and much peace. I will see you soon. Yowdy.